Hey, good Monday evening, everyone. Eric here with weather for Weather Geeks. We've got so much to talk about. This winter weather pattern that we're in is just relentless. It's going to back off some next week, but we've got an action-packed next 5 or 6 days ahead, so let's dive right in. There were more 2-hour school delays than I thought there would be this morning. The side roads proved to be pretty difficult. The main roads were mostly just fine, but a lot of the side roads remain pretty slick throughout the night. The mixing and the changeover to rain didn't get as far north as the models advertised. And so we saw a little bit of bonus snow, if you will, up in the northern part of Trumbull and parts of Mercer County, leaving us with a snow depth of at least 6 inches in a lot of places north of I-80. In the meantime, you can see a lot of bare grass south of Route 30 down in Columbiana County. As we move forward and start talking about the future here, I wanted to talk about the temperatures first. Look at all the frigid air, and this is just a preview of what's to come. Out across the Midwest, it's 8 below in Fargo, it's 6 above in Minneapolis, and this is just one chunk of Arctic air that's going to come down over the next several days. Locally, we've dropped a little below freezing this evening when I recorded this at 7:35, and hopefully you took care of your driveway and your sidewalks and parking lots and things like that today, because a lot of that wet, slushy stuff, the puddles, they're going to freeze up tonight as we drop down into the upper teens. Meantime, look at the wind chills out across the plain states, the upper Midwest. Yeah, 23 below the wind chill in Fargo, 19 below the wind chill in Bismarck this evening. All right, we've got kind of a little sneaky snow event coming our way tomorrow. It was not obvious that this was going to be a problem until late last night or early today, that this front would draw in enough moisture from the south and west that we'd squeeze out some snow. I think it's going to start around midday tomorrow, around 11 o'clock to noon or so, maybe 1 p.m. at the latest. It's going to snow lightly for a lot of the afternoon. Now, it's coming in the afternoon, which is better than in the middle of the night. I think the main roads tomorrow will be largely okay, and I say largely because even on the main roads, even on the treated roads, once we get past sunset, things tend to get a little slicker than during the daylight hours. So we're going to have to watch out for some slick areas, particularly late in the afternoon, early in the evening tomorrow. And you know the drill here with light snow, and particularly that's falling in the afternoon when it's daylight. The side roads will be the first places that have some problems. Sidewalks, parking lots, driveways. Again, most of the major roads, except maybe just after dark, should be generally okay. And then, pardon me, Wednesday's a better day. And I say that, I should put quotes around that, because Wednesday is not a very comfortable day. We're going to stay in the lower 20s on Wednesday, and the breeze is going to start to kick up, but it's going to be a snow-free day. You won't have any travel difficulties on Wednesday. Here's the Arctic front that is a doozy. I mean, this is the kind of stuff we don't see oftentimes this early in the season. Behind this Arctic front, what a hideous day on Thursday. The wind screaming out of the northwest. Lake effect snow showers and squalls. Temperatures that we have not seen in the month of December in a long time coming our way on Thursday. And the snow could accumulate, especially in the northern part of our viewing area. Let's focus on tomorrow's snow right now, one storm at a time. Tomorrow, our highest odds of snow, roughly noon to 5. And as far as how much, our modeling's clustered pretty nicely here for Tuesday. Generally between an inch and an inch and a half, kind of right in through here. I could see where someone tries to get 2 inches out of this, but inch to inch and a half will be a good average for us tomorrow. Not a big storm, but as I've been preaching many times, you don't need a huge storm to cause a lot of travel difficulties. We've seen evidence of that many times so far this year. So again, our most likely accumulation, an inch or two. Could 1 or 2 spots get 3? That's possible, but only if everything comes together just right. I think a half an inch to an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches will about do it. All right, wind chills. Wednesday morning, single digits above 0. Probably not cold enough for 2-hour school delays, but I wasn't exactly right on the money with school delays this morning. So it's oftentimes difficult to tell what school districts are going to do, but generally speaking, school districts will delay when the wind chill's below 0. And I think we're going to have that on Thursday. The wind chills Wednesday, no higher than the single digits above 0. Air temperatures will sneak into the 20s Wednesday, but that's about it. And Wednesday night into Thursday morning. By 3 o'clock in the morning, air temperatures lower teens, wind chills below 0. By daybreak, the wind chill could be 9 or 10 below. I think there'll be a lot of school delays on Thursday. And again, Thursday is just a really, really harsh day. The afternoon, the wind chill stay below zero, air temperature 13 if we're lucky. That's it. And the wind will relax some Thursday night into Friday, but with air temperatures as cold as they're going to be, I mean, it's still going to be only in the upper teens Friday afternoon. Only a little bit of a breeze will knock those wind chills down into the single digits to around 10 above. All right, I put together a list of the coldest December days each year in the last 20 years. And there are some teens on here, but you'll notice our forecast for Thursday is 13. You don't see that until you go back to 2004. This is actually at Christmas time. We had a real cold snap back in 2004. You don't see 13 anywhere else on this list. So if we only have a high of 12 on Thursday, which isn't outside of the realm of possibility, it would easily be our coldest December day in at least 20 years here in Youngstown. So interesting times ahead in the next few days and in the medium range as well. I think Friday's an okay day. It's just cold, not as windy. Then here comes the next weather maker, and just like that, it's going to start to snow again. This is Friday night. I think we're going to see accumulating snow Friday night, maybe starting in the evening, taking us through the overnight. Notice the mixed precipitation during the wee hours of Saturday morning. That is going to make its way in. This will be a strong, warm advection event. Milder air is going to win the battle eventually, but before it does, that'll be a bumpy transition from the really cold to the mild. And we'll probably get at least a few inches of snow Friday night, and then perhaps a period of sleet and freezing rain and yuck early on Saturday before we change over to rain Saturday afternoon. I think it's going to warm up quickly once we get the winter weather shenanigans out of here. We'll probably get into the lower 40s Saturday afternoon with a gusty breeze, melting a lot of things off. Then here comes the cold air again, and the rain could change back to snow Saturday night, early Sunday. This is just going to be a wild few days, folks. And I can see where we get some back-end accumulations on this. On the back end of this storm, a slushy couple of inches again Saturday night into Sunday morning. It's only Monday, so we've got a lot of time to figure the weekend out. But it's going to be a wild ride. Real quick on the longer range, still think it's going to be a milder pattern as we head towards Christmas. Shot of cold air behind that Saturday night into Sunday morning front. Might have a day in the teens to 20 on Monday. But then as we get closer to Christmas, well, I don't think it's a real warm pattern. It's not going to be like last Christmas where we had, I think, 60s on Christmas Eve and 50s on Christmas Day. I could see where we might flirt with 40 or so on Christmas Day. I don't think this kind of cold is likely at all for Christmas, and therefore my thoughts on a white Christmas, I'm a little pessimistic on that. I think we'll see a lot of melting in the few days before the holiday. Thanks for sticking with me on Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. Look for more updates from me as the snow gets underway on Tuesday.